Hello everyone. I'm going to be starting out with the Type 4 Heavy tonight. Or not tonight, this morning. Hopefully everyone's having a good start to their day here. Um, the way I'm going to try to do things today, instead of doing premium tanks to start out with, I'm just going to be starting out with a couple tanks I'm grinding. But if you have any requests, I'm just going to kind of mix them in um, as well. So feel free to request some tanks. But starting out here with the Type 4, I'll probably, after this, do something like the Emil or Strev, something like that. One of the Swedish tanks. Alright, not exactly the best map for this, but... and as far as spawn spots go, I'm away from where I want to head, but should make it work. Which, hello Simon, nice to see you already. But getting close to, finishing a few grinds here. So I'd like to get them progressed a little bit more than I have been. Alright, Pershing. Yep, pay attention where you're driving. I guess I'm just gonna sit over near the cap here. I'm not gonna push. Hello, Vorin. Hello, Unicorno. Nice to see you. Or Buzzia. I don't know if a couple of you guys saw me in Discord. I'm a little bit annoyed right now because I have a couple. I post on the European forums, the Asian forums, and stuff, but like even on EU, I have a couple forum threads that are like sticky for new players that I update, with the stream, but also all my articles and stuff for WoT Guru. And the European server decided to change the requirement for the new player section. New players asking questions from 0 battles to 250. So I've got to log in a ton of low tier battles on the EU server now with very high ping just to be able to post to help new players. It's fantastic. Because I can't even edit, I pretty much just edit my posts that they have stickied for, my new player guides and stuff. But can't do that anymore. So that's going to be a pretty big waste of time in a way. Hello, Uber. Hello, I can't say your name. I'm Japanese or... Hello. Nonetheless, I don't have Translate open up right now. I can play a Cromwell B, yes. Yeah, the kind of what I thought is, I'm grinding tanks kind of here, but I'll mix and match. Like if I have a request, I'll, do a tank I need to grind and then kind of pop back and forth. It actually looks like they did not go to this side, surprisingly enough. Which I guess need to keep my options open until they push up to a spot where I can hit them. This Tiger P is a potential. It's just I could push on this 252U. It's just there's a Type 4 Heavy over here too. If I get double teamed by them, it's not exactly something that's in my favor. You had a decent thought there, but I would not push there in a light tank. I'm just gonna kind of peek here, see if the Type 4 had went this way. Since if he has the HE gun, I do not. It could kind of turn bad pretty quickly. But I guess I'm just gonna head over there. So right now we have 3 tanks, the 12T's going in here too, and they're not able to damage the 252U. There's that Type 4. Alright, that makes things a little bit more difficult. At least he's backing off, though. Okay, Korean. Oh, hello. Yeah, I definitely, you know, I try my best, but I do mess it up a lot when it comes to the differences between languages. But, you know, feel free to request tanks, because even though I'm grinding tanks, you know, I'd like to just switch back and forth. That way I'm not playing the same tanks over and over. Come on, guys. He's alone. Just push in here. I will gladly try to, sorry Pershing, take a shot or two for you. This is definitely the 252U with the low DPM. He was, you know, he was doing a good job blocking them, but definitely not a tank to be caught out alone because your DPM's so poor. Hello, Lobobo. Nice to see you. Alright. Do have the problem with SPGs, but I kind of have to push here in a sense. Just kind of running out of options in a way. I hope this IS is able to take care of that M53. I might get hit by these TDs or replace might with probably, but you know, I kind of I guess have to go for it here because with this guy here we're facing a few little problems. I'm just gonna start angling a little bit. Oh god, I was gonna say the M53 is still alive. Go. Not even gonna bother trying to shoot the hole. I didn't have a premium AP, so better for me to shoot that cupola. That's the weakest point of the front. Ah, shit, this guy, I do not want him to get away. I just don't have very good gun depression. Come on, dude. I did not want to shoot my own guy there. Alright, I'm sure that they can hopefully deal with him. If not, I will worry about him once I get up here, but yeah, you always got to keep an eye on where you're in relation to your teammates, because I could have taken a shot there. Yeah, I can play the Type 61, Darren. Yeah, there's no arty, it's just problem I'm gonna have is getting shot from multiple sides, potentially. And hope that they do not go cap us out. That's one thing kinda in our favor is, you know, I can set up here on the cap pretty decently and pull them towards us. And I'm fairly confident that I would be able to. That's definitely not rock, but I probably should load HE, but I'm just gonna go with this. I'd rather just cap out and get the easy win though, rather than risk it and let them shoot us. It seems like they're a little afraid to push. I'm just afraid they're gonna come up on this left side here. But they're not even gonna contest us, which fine by me. They're all probably sitting on the hill like, oh, why can't we see them? Like, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, afraid to come off. That's completely fine with me. Okay. Hello, Mojo. Nice to see you. I think I said hello, hello, Lobobo. I don't remember, though. I'm a little bit tired right now. Pretty good match, though. 3,700 damage. A little bit of blocked. Basically 2 shots from that 252U. Yep. Pretty much played it safe and didn't get myself into any trouble, and it worked out. Really, the Type 4 and Type 5 now. As long as you don't get flanked, you'll have a pretty easy time. I probably want to get 6 cents on this, but I'm going to wait. Hello, Flatus. Nice to see you. Yeah, I know how I might be spending my night tonight and maybe some of tomorrow on the EU server. Kind of didn't want to because I have to post. I finished the T26E5 weak spot guide as far as Photoshop stuff. I posted it on Facebook for WoT. I just need to do the article and the video for it right now, and I also need to get my KV5 one done and the video for that, the article, because I need to update my KV5 weak spot guide and also tank guide. I was skimming through all my old articles on WoT, and it's one of the first like 5 or 6 I did, and oh boy, it was terrible. I can't even like look at it. It gives me chills. Just compared to what my articles look like now. They're easier to read. When I was first starting out, I will admit I was not very good at making something enjoyable to read. Had good information, but after all these years too, because I've ported it over 2 times essentially to a new website, all the formatting's broken and everything, and it's kind of driving me crazy. Maybe I'll do a tier 1 to tier 3 live stream from EU. I don't think that'll be very fun though to watch. I don't plan on staying out here. I'm just trying to get a couple little cheap spots if I can. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, unless I take a shit ton of damage, but okay, so they do have their heavies heading this way, which is about what I expected. So I'm just gonna get out of here now. It doesn't make sense for me to stand there and kind of brawl in a sense, especially once their TDs get up on the mountains. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. Looking at it, they do have mediums that I haven't spotted. They could be over here, but more or less, all their heavy tanks went that way. So I'd try my luck with the mediums rather than things I can't really penetrate. It's a Crusader. I was just trying to pop myself up a little bit to see if I, can't spot something over that side. Alright, let's see. Come on, guys. We can push this side. I think. Like, they look like they've kind of left this side open a little bit. I'm just trying to kind of get these guys up here. Like, I don't want to fight this guy alone. I'm probably making a little bit of a mistake coming out here, but this is more or less my goal here, is getting these guys to push on this Crusader, because he's literally the only tank out here. And this, should I say the OI Experimental, you can crush him pretty much. I wish. I could contact EU and try to, you know, get them to do something special for my account, but I don't think it's actually possible for them to actually lift the ban just for, or not ban, but restriction for one person, unless I'm like a community contributor or something like that. We know that's not going to happen. Well, they're gonna be fun, like fun little matches. Like I plan on just rushing out and not playing it safe everyone now, just because it's a time thing for me. You know, it's gonna take me like maybe 3-4 hours, I expect, maybe a little bit longer to do it. And it's more or less the time crunch when it comes down to it. This guy's AFK, so I'm just gonna take some shots at him until I get an arty in my sights. Arty's not moving. Auto aim isn't always a bad thing. Ooh. Bishop, you dirty, dirty little tank. I'm dead now. I don't know how he hit me. 466 direct hit with that shell time, like the travel time on it. Holy crap. But I still think I did a decent job at basically getting my team to move up. They should win this, but yeah. I'm a little bit a little bit hesitant to say that they will. Alright, so let me hop into one of my Swedish tanks here. And then the Type 61's up. But yeah, pretty much right now I have 0 battles on my EU account. I actually thought that I had some, because I remember playing, maybe it was like a different account or something, because I remade my accounts at one point so they're all the same name across all the servers. That way people actually, you know it's me. But I remember playing like 25 battles or so on EU. Maybe it was something else, I forget, but I could have swore it, but I definitely have 0 battles there. I only have tier 1 tanks. I might actually buy myself like a little, like, I don't know, like $5 gold package just so I can get a decent tank just to play a ton of battles in it. But yeah. Hello, Pesmed. Maybe this is like a secret ploy by EU to get me to spend money over there. But yeah, it's very hard to be able to transfer accounts to different servers. Like sometimes they'll make an exception, but you know, most of the time they do not allow it. The only way around it is just making a brand new account on a different server. Like I've had these, like my EU and SEA account for, you know, several years now, but oh lord, you know, I guess I haven't played them. I just post on the forums with them, but at least coincidentally enough, it might have been my own fault. But god, already, it might have been my own fault because I was thinking last night. I was like, maybe I'll get like 50 battles on EU. That way I can post in. There's a couple other sections I don't post in that had a, you know, post restriction, and they're only 50 battles. So I don't really know why they would put a 250 battle thing on the new player section, because, you know, you're kind of hurting the chances of a new player actually getting help if, you know, they only have like 100 battles or so. It just seems very odd to me. Oh god, our team is yelling at each other. That is never a good thing. get into cover. A reroll? Technically on the EU, yes, I will be a reroll in a way. My stats probably aren't going to be good because I'm just going to be, you know, what is it, tapping R, the, you know, autopilot forward button and just going guns a-blazing for most matches. But technically, yes, I will be a reroll. That's why I say it might be interesting for me to stream it, but I don't know how fun it would be for everybody. Sorry guys, I was trying to get that defender because I know I can pen him. But he slinked back. Yeah, like the ping for me, like I had one server at like 120 milliseconds, and then the other one was at like 160, 180. So it wasn't the best for me, especially compared to here that it's like 30 to 50 milliseconds. So it's not terrible. It's just, yeah, it doesn't help, you know, that I don't have any tanks over there. They're all tier 1 tanks, but they're doing a decent job. They're kind of spotting, but at the same time, you know, I get why they're not pushing up anymore. Because really our other side should be the one kind of advancing here, honestly. Alright, caused damage, but I did not track him. This defender is getting a little bit lucky. I freaking missed him with all my goddamn shots up until this. See, I think it's a double-edged sword. I would have left it in if I was wargaming and, you know, just put in place, like, it wouldn't be the best thing, like an automatic, like, I know they have a filter where it will, like, bleep out, essentially, curse words if you have it on, but just put in some sort of, like, automatic temporary ban if people, like, I don't know, just, if they get enough, like, you know, reports filed against them in a certain period as far as, like, stuff for chat, even though some people might get, like, temporary ban that don't deserve it, you know, if people abuse it, you know, it would have been better than taking it away, but I kind of get why they did it, but come on, gun handling. I was like, I'm pretty sure I can just hit him dead center and I will penetrate him. Taking a little bit of a leap of, oh, never mind, he's dead. I'm still gonna, whoop, there's that IS. Sneaky bastard. And of course I didn't pen you. Well, if I do pop on, maybe I will try and stream it. You know, I might do a little bit tonight, if I have time now. It also depends on, we're supposed to, you know, because it's going to be 70 degrees out in, you know, the first day of March here. Usually it's 45 degrees, our average. We're supposed to get some pretty nasty thunderstorms and isolated tornadoes tonight where I live. Awesome. Gotta love global warming. Hey, that guy's using my tactic of using a dead tank to his advantage. Like me, though, the turret is not as strong as you would think for the KV-5. Like, I haven't finished the weak spot guide for it yet, but honestly, the turret is a much easier place to damage than aiming for some of the smaller hull weak spots. Hello, Abdul. Nice to see you. That's not too bad, Mojo. Hello, Mr. Bone and Sergey Maximov. Nice to see you. Yay, my shell went where I wanted it to. I'm getting a little bit better hang of the meal now that I actually have more than like 10 battles in it. Will he make it? No. Let's say, is KB5 still over there? But yeah, I was, maybe going to be able to do a little bit tonight, later on. I'd much rather honestly play my own account on NA, um, and grind tanks, but it's, I get a lot of referrals and stuff through the World of Tanks forums for my website and even the stream here, so, it's definitely something I need to get fixed. What the hell? I'll throw some shells at him here. I don't even know if he's still there, but whatever. My username, C_Menz. I am on the NA server though. I logged on my EU account, today. Luckily, I found a mod that I could take my NA client and switch it to an EU one. So I did use a mod today. I know. That's like a first for me. And yeah, I accepted all your friend invites that you guys from EU sent me. There's several of them. I didn't get the messages though. They were just blank messages. They can cap all they want. Like 112. Like that guy he's been like angry the whole like entire match. Like but, feel free to keep requesting tanks. Like I'm gonna play a Type 61 here right now, but this is a pretty decent one here in Emil. I was at Type 61, then I'm gonna pop back into a tank I'm grinding, and I just kind of flip-flop back and forth. Well, I think if they bring it back, hopefully they, basically just fix the problems of people bashing each other. Like I always used to, like, for the cross chat, not to taunt people, but like, friendly banter essentially. I would do, like, say, I don't know, like I one shot at somebody, I'd kind of apologize to them, or if we're like kind of in a 1v1 standoff, I kind of like wave at them. just little things like that. But a lot of people, are toxic and yell at each other and curse at each other, specifically probably against people that do bad in a match, or artillery specifically. Let's say I don't think I'm inclined to go up to the north, but we'll see. It's kind of funny. I haven't seen too many Malshans, but the size difference between the Malshan and the Mouse, their icons, when they're pretty damn close to the same size, it's kind of funny in a way. Like I saw one yesterday at some point, or I forget when, maybe the day before, the first one after the patch, and I'm like that does not look like the Malshan's size. Let's say I don't really want to push hard here. I might just try to set up and get a quick little shot, but could backfire. It's just I don't want to push north right now because, well, A, nobody is up there. I do have a shot on a bat chat potentially. Granted, JPZ might have missed him. Yeah, it's basically, has positive effects, has negative effects. To me, I'd rather give people more options and just allow people to turn it off, or maybe turn it off by default, something, but, I definitely don't. Oh, why did I pop out here? I don't usually fight here. Um, I honestly didn't think that he could hit me. Yeah. Here we go. Come on, Mr. 50B. Pop out here for me, please. While you're right in front of my gun. Feel a little bit bad for the E100. I hate when people just spam gold right through me, but you gotta account for it. I always try to angle my turret a bit. Hopefully that'll give my bat chat a leg up, but if he dies, it's not on me here. So I'm giving him a couple extra shots there. Yes. That's pretty much all you see of that Swedish tank, Mojo. You're right there. That's pretty funny. I just don't want to come across something I cannot. Ooh, Lord. Fight like this. Of course, I was a little bit late there with getting into cover. Yay. I have to say, I'm hoping I can get a... Nope. A damaging shot on him before he can reload. I might regret going down here, but it's just that Yag Tiger. He'll definitely pop me. Whereas down here, there's like a 50% chance that somebody pops me. Like this 50B. Unknowingly. Oh. And I hit him right in the goddamn gun. And the E4 is coming up now. Yep, I kind of misplayed that. And yay, a critical hit, 0 damage. I was trying to track him so he couldn't point his gun towards me. But, that obviously didn't work. At least I got a little bit more damage in here. I don't know why he has... This mouse definitely sees me. I got a little bit more damage at least. 2400, not too bad. Which of course the mouse is shooting APCR, but he was probably having that loaded up for the other mouse and IS-7 down there. Not a bad match though. This tank, it doesn't perform very well in Paris unless you have a lot of mediums and other tanks to kind of push and flank with. But I definitely like the Type 61. Has a very solid gun on it. Just pretty much the way I relate Japanese mediums are slightly less armored for the most part. The Tier 10 definitely has a little bit better armor, especially the size helps compared to the M48, but slightly less armored, a little bit more mobility and solid guns than American tanks. But they're definitely, HP and stuff is lacking. Yeah, some maps definitely do affect, different computers in different ways. I remember, I think it was South Coast, that got taken out before this PC, but that used to kill my old PC. Not like terribly, but, instead of having like a solid, FPS, say around 40, it was like 20 something. They tried like, I forget how many times you'd see like performance on South Coast increase with this patch, and it would never fix it. Maybe that's why they took it out, because it has so much. It was really the only tropical-esque beach theme, I believe. Yeah, because I would not consider whatchamajig. I'm complete Overlord. There we go. I would not consider that really beachy because there's only a small little strip of water. I actually kind of miss South Coast. I thought it was a pretty fun map. It promoted pushing out, and it was pretty balanced for a bunch of different tanks. I kind of hate that they took it out. The main reason behind that was the northern spawn. A lot of people camped in it, and they never really configured it differently. So, you know, it just made the different teams a little bit imbalanced. The North team actually losing less because people wouldn't leave the base. Alright, they pushed pretty damn hard there. Alright. This will be a blast. It's like I'd go down there with them, but I would literally just die. No way, no how I'd be able to fight them. It's like I might be able to actually... There's no arty. It's still a little bit risky for me to shoot through here. I like this little crack sometimes. Could be a double-edged sword though. Overpowered gun depression. Kind of wish I got damage on him. It's still good that I tracked him, but I'd much rather get some HP damage on the little fellow. Let's see, I'm not sure. I do not have a shot on him. I do now. Yep, I was wanting this E5. Shit. Wanting this E5 to, you know, get in a spot where I could shoot him. Got your back, 50B. Let's say, rushing the hill is all fine and dandy, but they were still missing tanks. Alright, I gotta go down and help them now. I don't necessarily want to brawl, but, actually, wait. There's a FV pushing over here. Very nice. Is he still pushing? Alright then. Ah, crap. The E5 is in a spot where I can hit him. I'm kind of out of position. He's definitely not going to make it through this. But I'll sneak a little bit more damage on him. This went pretty well, though. You know, I almost always go up here in the Swedish TDs, just because a lot of people think that over here is very good for like lightly armored TDs, but sometimes it can be, but most of the time, you know, you're going to be spotted and you can't get shots because you don't have any cover. Whereas if, especially without SPGs, if you go to the hill, excuse me, if you go to the hill, you have a little bit better time since you can shoot down at people, you can fight on the hill, and you have a little bit more range. I kind of figured that was going to happen. Ah, of course I wasted my shot there. Ooh, well. I'll chew on this Type 5 heavy here. But, you know, not a bad match as far as damage goes. You know, a little over 3,000 for... Oh god, is he going to derp me? He's pointing right at me. Thank you. You know, for Himmelsdorf on this tank is definitely pretty good. Hello, Matthew and No Pass. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, it's a little low, Flatus. You know, if you can turn down any settings, the mainly shadows and lighting and the water effects take up the most, you know, and post-processing take up the most resources. Okie dokie, so I don't have any requests as of right now, but let me hop into another tank I'm grinding. Let's go with the Panther 2. Yeah, I miss it because it was a pretty straightforward map, South Coast, because you had the beach, You had the kind of fieldy little town area on the other side, and then you had the center. There was a lot of complexity to it, and also it was pretty simple to understand, but it was hard to, get down pat. The Swedish TDs, they always look a little funky to me. Yeah, I can do the 183. Yeah, like I said, feel free. You guys can, request anything. As long as I have it, I'll get to it. I'm just gonna, at the very least, pop back and forth. Tank I'm grinding, tank request today. Just so I can get a few of these grinds progressed. I don't really want to brawl in this in a sense, but I kind of feel like I need to head down here and help. I don't have the PZ7 though. I don't have experience or credit for it. I'm gonna get to it someday. Someday for all these tanks I gotta get. Up first, it looks like the E50 and the RU-252U are gonna be the first tanks that I are next up on my list. Just waiting for this guy to kind of go right through here. I was hoping to track him, but I'll still take a damaging shot. I did 2 crits there, knowing the KV4 one was probably his radio man, because the radio man, like the KV5, dies a lot in that tank, I find. I don't know if it's just a radio man or, but whatever poor soul was in the front of that tank. Seems like the Russians did not care too much for their crew. Alright, we need to push up here, because if we lose that 112, we lose our armor over here. So, I don't know why the rest of us are hiding. Trying to help you, 112. I'm not really getting too much assistance from the people behind me, but I tried to help you at the very least. Now this KV4, E25, I can't face 3 tanks. Please move back, Fury. I hate people that do that. I would have not taken any damage there had that Fury just not been directly behind me. This is probably gonna hurt. But I'd much rather get that tank out. It's just like you're hurting your team more by sitting right behind them than you are helping most of the time. I'm sure you guys can notice the difference from the performance of the Panther 2 so far. Just with the different gun it got. Couldn't track him. Unfortunately, I should be able to reload before him. But just the difference in accuracy and pen. Even though you have less DPM, you actually have more because the gun actually works. Like, I went from hating this tank to where it's actually somewhat enjoyable now. I still won't say it's my favorite tank to play, but at least it's competitive now. Before you felt like you were fighting, kind of as a tier 7 in a tier 8 tank. Alright. Oh, I hit his gun or viewport or something there. Which I have a problem. This leopard. Oh god, he can actually penetrate me. Pretty damn easily. Yep, here he comes. They're kind of swooping in here. I'm definitely not going to make it out of this. But at the very least, I can try to get one more shot off. Yep, nope, E25. Not even, You know, I got one shot on the Hellcat, but not even a chance for me to swing around before the E-25 got another shot. But almost 3,000 damage, 1,000 assist, and you know, if only we had one more. I think there was the AMX M449, who is all the way over on the other side now. I saw him sitting back here in the beginning, and for whatever reason, he ran away and went over there. I don't know sometimes. Yeah, I can do the T20, and yeah, Panzer E100 gold. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to stop that. All right, so 183 up next here. My most hated map. It's tied probably between, or no, I wouldn't say it's tied. I would probably say right now it's Live Oaks. I would say it's Live Oaks right now. And then probably Overlord. Yeah, you know, the new gun sets you back a little bit of experience, but I think it's well worth it for the Panther 2. That stinks, Flatus. Yeah, I know laptops work for some people. It's just, even if you know, only want to spend a little bit of money, I almost feel like, you know, get yourself a decent, you know, CPU or not CPU, PC tower. You know, with a decent amount of size. That way, you can just, you know, you can buy like a cheap GPU and even CPU. CPU is where you want to put most of your money for a gaming PC, but you know, you just, that way you can kind of interchange and upgrade little bits instead of needing to get a brand new computer. But yeah, I know size and mobility is a concern for a lot of people, though. Let's say I was hoping that I can get a shot into the center. You know, it's a very, very low chance of me actually hitting anybody. Especially with a Hess shell, I can't really shoot through there. Nope. I'm still going to give it a shot, don't get me wrong. But, yeah. I say screw to the left, too, because I can't fight over there. And, you know, with that SPG, I'm just going to get focused on over on that side. I agree. You know, I would say they're least likely to bring Dragon Ridge back because, you know, it's very hard for, you know, basically slower tanks to climb the hill. And, you know, they would have to rework it, but I think they could, you know, if they basically lower the ridge part a little bit. I'll take that little hit on him. It's not exactly a lot of damage, but for this gun, but, you know, it's still, what, like 25% of his HP, more or less. Hello, nice to see you. But I would definitely say port. The reason they took that out was basically the train tracks. They, you know, they updated them before, or between when they took it out and now. The train tracks were giving them problems just because, you know, half the map was like covered in them. Basically making people, you know, whatever, bounce up and down. I don't get why that would be a big problem, but that was the reasoning, I believe, behind it. But I would say port would probably be up there. I'd say South Coast I'd like back first and then port. But Dragon Bridge was pretty damn unique and, you know, fun to play on. It wasn't always the most balanced, say you got in a mouse. Like, it was pretty hard to fight on that map, but holy shit, folks. Oh god, why did he push out like that? Woohoo! Do not angle in the Type 4 Heavy. I am a little bit surprised I one-shot at him, but at the same time, I just got one shot by the Conqueror. Awesome. That happens though. I knew I was gonna get aimed at, and I did not keep myself in the cover. Oh well. I guess that's the one shot of Artie for the stream. Even though I don't think yesterday I got one shot up by Artie, but I did there. So we did lose my last Panther 2 match, but it was a pretty good match. It's just, unfortunately, we just didn't have the tanks at the end. Did the most amount of damage, and 4 kills, not too bad. Alright, so let's hop into other way here. And Indian Panzer. Yeah, I can add the M4A1 on. Pretty much. Already does prevent camping, yes. Because I kind of was sitting in one spot. Like, some people would get mad, like, I just got one-shotted and this and that, but, you know, I could have just moved over a little bit before turning around, and he wouldn't have been able to hit me for one-shottable. You know, basically he wouldn't have killed me in one shot. Pretty much. The Type 4 relayed, shoot this guy for me, and the Conqueror deleted me. But it's getting close for where the Artie's gonna, you know, not be able to do that anymore. But it's still gonna, like, it's not gonna one-shot you, but it's still gonna hurt like a bitch if they direct hit you like that. Like, with the sandbox changed Artie, that would probably do, I'd say, about maybe 800 damage, give or take. Maybe a little bit less, like towards 600. And you'd be stunned for, I forget how long. Maybe like 15 seconds or so with a direct hit. Let's say I'm trying to get out of the field as quick as I can here. Yeah, I just kind of overestimated, honestly, the amount of time that I was from when I shot the Type 4 and to where the Conqueror could still hit me. I thought I was running into a teammate. Whew, that shot, like, some shots, it just looks weird coming out of your gun. Oh, God. This is where I'm probably getting aimed by Artie again. I used to kind of enjoy playing SPGs, but yeah, until they change them and make them like a fair class to play with, you know, it's just like a lottery to me right now. You can aim perfectly every single shot, and depending on how your RNG is doing, you can just miss all of them. Alright, there we go. Let's say I'd like to get shots out here, but I'd like to not have to expose myself too much. It's just right now, we don't have many people focusing in other spots, so it doesn't make sense for me to, you know, like, push into the city too much. Granted, right now, I'm going to change that because our Object 252U just pushed. Help them out a little bit there. Because even if you don't want to push somewhere, like I did not want to just push there, if your allies are pushing you, kind of, not to say you have to, but you're kind of doing yourself a disservice by not pushing and helping your allies out. Like, they're the ones getting shot. Doesn't hurt for you to push out there. Right, I should be able to fire down here now pretty easily. I don't know why a M4A1 Rev would push out to that little ridge. He's too tall to hide behind it and doesn't have enough armor. So, but that's his mistake. Hopefully he learns from it. It's like, I should learn from my mistake here from... Oh, that Panther's probably mad. The way that spotting is dictated, you know, there's a good chance of him poking out there and me not seeing him because I wasn't able to spot around that corner very well. But I did pop him a little bit, which is why his HP went down. The Type 5, no. I do have the Type 4, though. Like the shells get lobbed out of this almost. Haven't really done too much, you know, damage-wise or anything, but it's kind of giving them what they're giving me. It's like, Super Pershing, you can go out there all you want. I'm not gonna push out there, though. I would get torn to shreds. Kind of like you are, but even quicker. Ooh. Let's say they're TDs. They're all sitting back there in the field, which, you know, honestly, it's not that useful to sit in the field, which is why you almost never see me go there. It's just, there's not enough tanks out there most matches to make a difference. Alright, Mr. Tiger 1. Are you just going to sit there and hide? I'm going to guess yes. I'm going to try to get over here. Oh god, it's a little bit too far. The drop. There we go. But 1200 damage, 800 spotting. I'll take that for, you know, a match where I took a little bit of damage early on, so I couldn't play too aggressively. But, yep. Got Confederate Award. Yeah, not too shabby. Our 252, you did a very good job. And our Artie as well. Alright, so T my luck out here. Or somebody else streaming videos and whatnot, but just popping in and being like, come to my channel and sub me. I'll boost you. Something like that. No. First of all, no one's going to do that, but holy crap. I am sorry, M24, but yeah. Luck was not on your side there. I think we get it, yes. I'm mainly concerned right now of encountering both the E25 and the T20 over here. Like, there's Mr. E25. You know, I have two people supporting me, but... he definitely has a little bit of a leg up when it comes to accuracy, kind of peeking over these little spots. Oof, that's Sherman 3. Bastard. Alright. And I just lost my gunner again. I don't know why I peeked up there without checking my gun depression, but I did. Hate when, unfortunately, now I can't exactly fight him very effectively how I was trying to do it. That's probably going to be my one nice shot of the match here. I guess I'm going to try to... This usually does not go well, me trying to force a spot. But, yeah, the north doesn't look like it's doing so hot. Especially if this Sherman 3 pops over sooner than I'd like. Like, the north could very much still win, but it's just not looking exactly great here. Yeah, he's just gonna spam right through me, of course, but Oh well. Oh shit, the Sherman 3 was using heat. That doesn't help me either. And yeah, go figure, both of these guys weren't popped up to help. Oh well. I'll try to play the T20 again, because, yeah, that was a pretty crappy match there. But, let's see. Gotta get another personal reserve going here. Hopping into a tank, I'm grinding. Then I'll get to the M4 A1. So I played the Panther 2. I'm going to get back to it. But SP1C up here. In that case, I didn't want to push on the E25. I was better kind of poking out and just hitting him with higher alpha, taking a shot or two from him. But I lost my gunner twice, and yeah, I wasn't able to really poke out and do that anymore. They don't show that, no, Uber, who does it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure, like you said, it's probably the same person, because it happens every single stream, when it first pops up. But, yeah, honestly, you know, it helps for thumbs up, thumbs down, but it doesn't actually, to explain it the way YouTube ranks things, it doesn't actually hurt the stream. You know, if say even like 5 people or so thumbs down it, you know, as long as there's a large amount more of thumbs up, it actually does not do anything as far as negative. You know, it doesn't down rank you or whatever you want to. You know, I'm bad at explaining things, but you know, more or less, this person kind of wasting their time, especially if, you know, they thumbs down me in spite and then still watch me. They're actually helping me out in a way. But yeah, I don't want to go too far here. I just want to go far enough to do that. And that's about the... Yep, and of course he hit me. Nice little 1300 spotting damage, a little bit more there. 1900. That was well worth one little spotting run. 2200 damage. I will definitely take that. But yeah, it might, honestly, it might be someone, because I get like emails and comments from people sometimes like, unsubscribe me from your like goddamn thing spamming me. Like, when they're the ones, you know, for YouTube, you have settings for your YouTube settings where you can go into each channel and basically check off what you want to get, what you don't want to get. Oh god, my engine. This is the only way I'm gonna survive. Oh well. Honestly, I didn't think I was spotted there, but I guess they might have been aiming there because they saw the T-54, and then once I popped in, they just nailed me. But oh well. I got 2300 spotting damage. As long as we win, I'm fine with that for a double. So on to the M4 here. It's the other way. And then I'll pop back into at least the T20, but I can do the 183 again too, since that match was kind of short-lived. But yeah, as far as thumbs up, thumbs down, you know, people, it probably is the same person doing it over and over. But yeah, honestly, it doesn't affect me at all. Because Google is very good when it comes to, you know, they know people, like, that's not even trolling, that's just kind of, I guess, pettiness. But you know, they're very good at putting stuff in their algorithms to prevent that from influencing stuff. Hello, Nelson. The IS-7 power creep? Maybe just a pinch, but I wouldn't, you know, I still like playing it. I think it's a great tank. It's just more or less the IS-7's problems come from its gun handling in a way, because it, you know, it has pretty low DPM in a way. It's like the mouse has a huge leg up on DPM now, but I still think it's pretty good. It's just I do think it's up for a tune. a tune-up. Even IS-4, I think, too. I think both need basically just a little bit of a... For the IS-7, just a little bit better gun handling, because it does have port penetration and DPM. IS-4, I feel like needs... I would just say a little bit boost to its DPM. But I think both tanks are... they're pretty well balanced. It's just right now, there's unfortunately some other tier 10s that are a little bit unbalanced in a way. I should have saved my shot for that guy. And of course I missed. I have the worst luck when it comes to... I'm really glad I didn't go to my first spot I thought about right there, because I would have died. I have the worst luck with hitting shots with this thing. It's an accurate gun, I guess. Some guns you feel like you're aiming well and you just don't hit anything. This is one for me. At least when it comes to important shots. Yeah, I can add those two on. Yeah, it kind of is being a dick, but I like the word petty. Ah, you're Australian? Oh god. I'm just kidding. I actually have a couple friends that kind of move over there. And they're really big into surfing and bodyboarding. They pretty much move there for like a few months every year. Must be nice to be able to do that, kind of pick up and go. But at the same time, it's not like they own a house or anything. They just kind of pop around the different spots and stay there for a few months and then, come home. I guess, I don't know where they stay though. Alright, so I need to start trying to get some of these tanks out here. My guys are going to chase a Hellcat in the frickin' field. Awesome. Crap. And I missed him. Could have taken him out if I got a slightly higher than average damage roll. Just I need to help. I need to help them, but here we go. If I push in, I know I'm definitely dead. That's my problem. Just if I don't kind of push in, they're going to be able to cap us out, but alright, I got a minute 30 here. I'm not going to take the bait right away. Shit. Whew. It's just... Distance is my friend here in a way, but it could also come back to bite me. Come on, guys. Are you literally not going to come help me? They're driving all the way around the freaking goddamn other side of the map. Like, they could have gotten back, to the ridge behind me to help me. By now, but I don't know what the hell they're doing. That's a bad bounce. I shouldn't have shot that. But again, distance is my friend here. I'm just going to preemptively turn for him, and the M4 got me. Like, are you kidding me? I'm just mad because I was setting us up to win, and those two guys plus this guy, honestly, I'm probably just gonna blacklist this person, because, you know, if he disconnected, he should be able to pop in by now. He's been sitting there for the entire time. That's just painful, though. Like, the one shot kind of did me in that I bounced, but it's just, yeah, I could have won that. Hello, Jack. Nice to see you. And Kelvin, nice to see you too. Alright, let's see. Let's just add the requests here. I got AC4 experimental. I could play that. I'm good. It's going pretty well, Jack. How's your day going? Alright, did we win that? He's still in the battle, so I need to try to get my Panther double done. Let's just go for that. Even so, I was sitting there hitting the help button. Like, just come over. They're all shooting me. All you gotta do is shoot them. Instead, they're driving all the way around where nobody is. And they didn't even kill Artie, which, from the looks of it, was almost in the center of the field in a way. From where he was hitting me from, the damage indicator. So they didn't even spot the field correctly. Like, hello, Marcin or Markin. I do not speak Polish, if that's what you're asking. Mr. Bone, the AC4 experimental it's a premium tank. It's basically more or less like a Firefly, a little bit slower with better gun depression. I don't have the UE57. As far as I really don't want to play it. If, you know, I might have it, but because I'm pretty sure, isn't that like tier 2 or something? Well, I'm sure you'll do good. You know, I kind of hate public speaking. Not outside of this, I mean, but like actual public speaking, like you know, in front of a crowd or a class or something. But yeah, it's definitely, you always get yourself worked up, but once you're into it about a minute, you know, it's kind of all smooth sailing from there. All right, you know, Yag Panther, you get to push across in front of all those tanks there. That's definitely gonna help you out. Oh god. Just, I'm not exactly in a tank right now to miss some of these shots, because I need to, well, not take damage like that. But god, he's got a really good reload. You know, he's just gonna push on me here. And there's an OI. He should be dead. Should. There we go. So I'm afraid that my team is gonna go the way of the Yag Panther up there very soon. Like, they have a Defender, they have a VK101P. Alright, that's not good for me to go back that way. I'd honestly rather get shot by this OI than a Scorpion G. God damn it. Like, how was I still spotted there? Unless he was shooting at the other guy. I know everyone. Hey, I kind of know I'm speaking, you know, to you guys right now, but not. It's a little bit different when it comes to, like, you know, people in front of you. You know, they're similar. You know, because I still do, you know, have anxiety, you know, on a daily basis. But when I had to give speeches for class, I was a mess. But they always shaped out and worked out, you know, after the first couple minutes into it. Goodbye, Mr. E25. This all worked out though. I guess I'll go help with the defender. He's still got a decent amount of HP. I haven't really noticed that, Michael, but yeah, I've kind of talked about one-sided matches before. You know, for World of Tanks, but even other games, you know, it's hard to balance out matches where you always have a balanced fight. But for World of Tanks, you know, since pretty much the game boils down to the amount of HP on your team and the enemy team, and basically, you know, the amount of firepower that you can put out at one point, especially alpha damage. So once you start losing a couple tanks, you know, basically the balance of power shifts dramatically, you know, in the favor of the team that has like one or two more tanks, because you're going to have, you know, larger groups of tanks, and they have, you know, enough alpha damage to basically one-shot a tank, you know, just theoretically, in an encounter, whereas the enemy team, so the team with less tanks right now, you know, doesn't have that capability. So you just keep stacking up where one team knocks out a tank, and once you start losing, say, 2 or 3 tanks in the beginning, it's easier for the enemy to just keep knocking tanks out easily, whereas for the team with less tanks, it's harder for them, like I was doing in the M4A1 Rev, to keep space and kind of use your DPM, because it shifts very heavily in favor of alpha damage once you start getting up in tanks, whereas the team that is lacking tanks need to, you know, basically play smart, get the numbers on their side in a specific area, or lean on DPM. But pretty decent match here. Confederate Award, 2,300 damage. Yep, worked out pretty well there. Had our team pushed harder, we would have died. Good job. Yay, I completed one of my missions that I needed to do for light tanks. Let's see. I don't know if I want to get that. Maybe I'll try to do that one. All right. It is a very small tank, yes. Hello, Yelena. Nice to see you. I remember it was a pretty tiny one. Alright, so I was going to hop into the T20 quick first. The 183, KV5, WZ111, and the AC4 experimental. But, you know, sometimes with matchmaking, you just get bad streaks. It's just, you're not always going to have, you know, middle ground where you have good and bad matches, or just all good matches. It happens. So that's a good little tidbit of advice, Mojo. How to push north? I'm not doing that. Honestly, the teams are actually pretty balanced here. They're almost mirrored, like, perfectly. They have a little bit more mediums than we do. So, hello, Chow Wee. Hello, King Kong 2. Nice to see you. Yeah, you know, it's a thing, Michael, where like, it's basically trying to find a playstyle that works best for you. Like, I find, you know, especially playing solo, you can influence matches the most if you play most of the time. Like in this tank here, I'm not going to rush out and get myself into a bad spot, but you want to basically position yourself somewhat towards the front, where you can basically cover up the fact that some of your teammates are going to try to rush out and kill themselves. So if you get out there first, spot the enemies for them, you know, get yourself in a decent spot where you can survive and do damage, you help your team out more, because you're kind of guiding them where you want to, if that makes sense. And when the enemy's trying to push on you, you're in a spot where you have teammates behind you shooting them. So yeah, that's just something. It doesn't always work with every map, but I find that helps sometimes. Public battles where you don't exactly have teamwork, so you kind of set yourself up in a way to inadvertently work as a team by being that like frontline person. On the flip side, you can do the completely opposite thing and get set up behind them and get damage off, but that doesn't always exactly lead to wins. People call it chai sniping, but they're going for the cap here, which if they had just kind of went in the line that I'm at, they'd basically be rolling right over us right now. I am concerned about artillery, but I'm trying to get the most amount of damage I can right now, even though we're probably not going to keep our Churchill 7. It's like he just killed the Tiger, but yeah, they just got him. Shit, I missed my chance there. Huh. He's just going to pop out right in front of him now. But up to 1900 damage so far. Don't know what's taking the other side so long, outside of them just being slow as shit. I am gonna get derped here. Alright, I just need to focus a little bit on that. I'm still not gonna survive this, but the longer that I can stay alive, the better. I don't know how I missed that shot, but I did. Nice try. I'd much rather... Oh god. I messed up there. I should have pushed harder. Yep, he's gonna derp me. If these guys don't win though, then I don't know what's wrong with them. They have all the heavies and most of their tanks are somewhat damaged. They should win this. But pretty decent pretty decent job there. Especially for a T20. Yeah, I can add the T54 on. No problem, Michael. I always like to, help out the most I can. So I'm going to do the 183, then I'll pop back into a tank I'm grinding, and then get on to KV5, WZ111, AC4, T54. Yeah, I can add the T54E1 too. I do have some replays on here too of it for like ace tanker matches and stuff. Some of them clipped out of the stream. I pretty much, on my YouTube here, I have channels, or not channels, playlists for every single individual tank that I put replays up. Hello, Gigi. But for the T54, definitely, when it's elite, like Floyd said, playing elite tanks definitely helps. If you save up free experience, so at least get like an upgraded gun or track or turret or something. But the T54E1 definitely is a tank where, yes, you're a medium, but you kind of have to play it like it's a cross between a large medium slash tank destroyer in a way, where you're going to want to play not too far away from the fight, but close enough on like small little hills, near cover and stuff, where you can pop out, where you're not like directly in the line of fire that people are looking at. so you can pop out your shots, because the gun isn't as reliable as you might think. Thank you for the subscription, Zolt. Thank you very much. So you want to put yourself in a position to, do damage, but not be too close to where people push on you. Or if your gun isn't able to one-clip somebody, they then push on you while you reload. It is a fun tank, though. I started out by hating it, but after maybe like 20 battles or so, I think, I started to kind of click with it. I usually pop out far here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that in this tank. Hello, Joshua. I can add the WZ-120, yes. Like today, I'm doing some tanks I'm grinding to and mixing them in. I don't think I can go too much past 11. Again, it kind of depends on, I'm supposed to be helping my brother today. But until he lets me know that he needs his help, I can stream. I wish I had AP here. Ooh. Whew. Thank you, E5. I don't know if you meant to do that, but that was pretty decent teamwork there. What the hell, dude? Alright. Very nice. Okay. You've got my attention. Oh god. Our Centaurian just got shot, but I hate people that, right now he's distracting me, he's distracting my team. I could have actually just hit that bulldog. I saw his track move, but I didn't know that I could hit him. This is why sometimes the gun depression on this thing kills you. I can't, I usually don't head here because it's not that great of a spot, but now I can't even push over and shoot the Type 5. Somebody's got to stay over here, though. More than just my Type 5. Okay. Here's my chance. It's not a ton of damage for this shot, but it's enough. Well, the average age of people playing is, about, I think it's high 20s or late 20s, early 30s. Honestly, I do know, the age of people that watch my YouTube videos. It gives you kind of stats for that. And I would say at least 90% are 20 years or older. Oh god. I am glad I caught him there. Kinda wish I had Hesh, but I'm not gonna swap over at this point. Well, it's not exactly screwing up. Right now we're kind of screwing up because our team's trying to force things. But honestly, E100 on the hill is kind of doing himself a disservice because our Artie can hit him, and he's kind of stuck up there. But if we push into him, then that's definitely in his favor. But while we are down 4 tanks now, it wasn't necessarily lost once we lost the hill. He's shooting HE too. Oh my god. Like right now, I would push on the Type 5 if I could, but you know, our E5 could pop out there and, you know, whack them and take them out, but I don't know what this VK is doing. Like, hello, there are tanks behind you, and there's also tanks behind you that you're... let's see. I'll take a wild guess there, but that didn't work out. I was hoping I'd somehow hit the TVP, and yeah. But basically right now, while we're down, if we start getting some of their low HP tanks, we'd be in a better position to make it a, you know, a competitive fight. But it doesn't help that most of us have just kind of like sat in one spot and they've moved around us. That is not how you do that. Oh, that shot. That sailed off into the heavens there. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know quite a few of you guys are, you know, older than, you know, that average age, but yeah, I like. Not to say I don't like talking to, you know, people under, say, like 18 or something, but it's nice, you know, having older viewers. It's a lot. I like, you know, it's much more enjoyable having conversations. I'll say that. On average, to, you know, younger people. No offense, though. I didn't mean that, though. But, you know, the average age of, I was seeing kind of like a study that somebody did. It was like the average age of gamers now is like 30, it was like 32 to 35 or something. Um, which I was kind of surprised at that. I thought it actually would be a pinch higher, believe it or not. But a decent match here. Nothing outstanding, but I did hit that TVP, I think. Yep, I think I did. Critical damage. I knocked out his ammo rack, his track, and I caused 759 blind shotting that one last time. But a pretty good amount of damage. It's just, unfortunately, with 183, you can't always, you know, influence the match as much as you might like when you're in positions like that. You know, it's not like I could push out anywhere or, you know, do that. It's alright, no pass. Like I said, I don't have any, you know, to me, you know, like when people ask me, like, oh, do you play with, like, certain people just because, you know, say their stats might not be the best or something on whatever scale. Like, I don't care what your stats are, how old you are, how young you are. Just, you know, as long as you're, you know, a good person, essentially. You know, I pretty much treat like everybody like that in real life. Like, not that this isn't real life, but, you know, like, say at work or when we're out and about and stuff. Great, you kind of have to do that in a way, you know, working in the culinary profession. It's like, for those of you who, like, have read, like, Anthony Bourdain's books or, like, watched his stuff, like how he says, like, the people that work in kitchens are very, they use, like, a nice word, like, eclectic or something. Um, Special in a good way. It's true, but you kind of have to be partly, like, insane or weird, or I think he uses the word, like, perverted sometimes to work in, like, a professional kitchen. Even, like, the most high-end ones, you'll find, you know, some things might not be normal. Oh, it's a pretty good game to start with then. That's a pretty that's a pretty good way to do it, Matthew. Brian and I kind of have the same problem in a way, but we like we like playing board games essentially, like not just like stuff like Monopoly, but like mainly Settlers of Catan. Now it's just called Catan, but it's hard to find people that want to play games like that in a sense because it's not just like a straightforward board game. Like you kind of have to think, and we always joke like when we have kids, they're gonna be playing stuff like that. Hello, 263. I was not exactly expecting that ISU shot, but yeah. Sorry, T49, I cannot pop back out there. I hate ISUs. They're definitely balanced by the crappy chassis and gun handling, but man, do those things have a little bit too much firepower. You angled a little bit too much there, T34. Okay, he didn't damage me, I think. Oh, I would definitely love the B16 again. Not to say I'd do things differently, but I would definitely try to tackle my anxiety problems a little bit sooner than I did. I always get, how is he penning you? Maybe because you're showing him your lower glacis. Like, your tank is not invincible. Obviously you want to pop out here, but I'm kind of concerned about that Strev. There's a defender on my left. Huh, 263, I am glad I did not push out there. We kind of need a little bit of help from these two guys, though. Like, I know you're sitting back and you think you're helping a lot, but you're honestly not. Sorry, I just had the inkling to actually push up and he died. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't play this aggressive enough, but it's kind of hard for me to actually do that, honestly. This guy is just be like, whoop, I'm just gonna pen you every time. It's a frickin' 103B. Yep. He is smart to do that. But to say I can... Of course my shell misses. Let's say I can overmatch him in spots, but he's just going to go right through me. But of course my shell, whoop, right over the top of the tank. Awesome. Which, APCR, they do have a standard APCR shell, but it shows up as silver. That Strev 103B is firing premium APCR. That's a little bit ridiculous. Just let me just say that. That's a little bit overkill. Hello, J Dragon and Master Beast. I'm just gonna point out what this guy was throwing at us here. So this Strev, he was throwing, his standard penetration at 308 can go through the entire front of the Type 4 outside of the very angled sections. So he decided, I'm going to spend so much more credits to get 42 millimeters of pen. That's part of what's wrong with the game. Like, yes, he would have penned me regardless, but just the matter of fact that people do that and on a regular basis it's just a little bit absurd. Well, I'm glad he started you out, Uber. Not everyone, finds, World of Tanks. Most people, when you, like, if I had to guess, most people, if they play, like, their first PC game would, like, try League of Legends or I don't know, World of Warcraft or something. Some of the ones with like bigger name. Hello, Sean, especially in the U.S. Pretty much, Mojo, yeah. But that's pretty cool, Matthew. I haven't heard of Lords of Waterdeep though. Yeah, we have Settlers. Let's see, we have Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones Risk. Um, that's another one that we play. We have some party games, but we bought a new one. I'm gonna completely botch the name of it. It's like Carcassonne or something. It's like a French fortified town that they built a game off of. It's pretty fun. I picked that up because it was like $20 on Amazon, and I picked that up like a week ago. And Ryan and I have kind of been learning it, which it's really easy to learn. That way we can kind of gateway people into playing Settlers because they're kind of similar. That's funny, Nelson. Well, yeah. I could see where people just load premium for the Type 4, but that tank specifically, that person, he wasn't even just shooting me with premium. I'm pretty sure he was shooting everybody with it. Diablo, I've unfortunately never even played a PC Diablo. I was very close to actually picking up what is the most recent one, Diablo 3, but on PS4, just because Ryan and I were looking for games to play together. And there's not a lot of games nowadays that are built around. I'm probably gonna take more damage than I want to here. Built around playing, with like, sorry, IS3. Playing with like 2 or 3 people in the same room, which is kind of sad. Like, I remember growing up, like, basically like almost every day, like, I live in the same neighborhood I grew up in, but we'd have like 5 or 6 of us. We're all about the same age. We'd go into over each other's house and play like GoldenEye 007 and Mario Party and stuff, and we'd basically take breaks from playing around like outside and have some fun. But nowadays kids can't do that. It's all, or they can do it, but most games they're like, oh, let's just log on and play together, and they stay at their own houses. So kind of kills kind of the social aspect of games that I think kids kind of need nowadays. So it's kind of hurt. Online play has kind of hurt that aspect of a generation, it feels like. Oh, hello, dog. Hi, I'll take a little break to scratch you. No, that's all you're getting. He's a little bit sad because it's kind of crappy and rainy out. Yeah, I did try to see, you sent me that link for his show, if that was the same one. I did take a look at that. I just, unfortunately, with the package I have through Comcast, I pretty much have everything, like their top end package except for the TV, and they locked that channel behind. But I found a couple things on YouTube about it. It looks like a pretty cool show. 'Cause I ended up watching a lot of Survivor Man and stuff growing up, so that kind of fit into the same. Oh god, angle, or not necessarily this angle, but he's the. I was, trying to get a shot there, and that didn't work. Unfortunately, a stationary KV5 is a dead KV5. Oh well. Yeah, right now, we have his haircut. we cut it last Friday, really super short. So it went from like this long down to that. Um, but we mostly get him groomed, honestly, to get his like his legs and his like his face and ears done. He really hates us doing that. Um, let's get an invite to him. Yeah, right now, after you cut your hair from it's been long, you're kind of itchy, and he every time he gets up and walks around, he kind of shakes himself a bit. All right, you got the WZ-111 here, which that was a pretty quick and easy match for Al Haloof, but pretty decent fight. Most amount of experience, pretty good amount of damage. All good there. Hello, Mr. D. Yes, I would say that's a good analogy. Thank you for the subscription, Era Inazaki. Thank you very much. So, Kerkasan. Hopefully. Kerkasan. Thank you, Matthew. Hopefully I got that decent. But yeah, we've actually enjoyed that game. I'm actually probably over on Men's Gaming. Like I started it for like World of Warships, but eventually World of Tanks. I'm looking like years down the road. It's like WoT. It's my main website that I do a lot of stuff for. But mensgaming.com is kind of like every now and then I just throw things up for other games like World of Warships. I even have settlers over there, like boards and guides and stuff. I might throw up a couple things for that game, board game. It's not like a lot of people go over there, but it's just kind of like my little pet project in a way. Eventually, though, like, Dreadnought almost being officially released out of beta, in the next couple months probably. I'll probably start up a little subsection for that game over there. Alright. I'm pretty sure, though, with my hosting and server and stuff for WoT Guru, it would probably die if I try to expand it, outside of just World of Tanks, though, with how much traffic I get just from tanks. Take a little bit of a leap of faith here that these people are going to be pushing up with us. Cody ran away. That's what I thought he was going to do. Let's see if he... Yep, of course I went a little bit too far there. And I hit his mantlet. Yep, those cupolas are weak, but if you hit the mantlet... Oh, God. But say I would like a little bit of assistance here. Let's just track him. I don't even care if I don't damage him. I'll take taking a shot or two from him if it means that we get him out. Alright. I will lead the pack here, I guess. Took a little bit of a dumb shot there. Alright. Ooh, Lord. I was like, where's that VK? He's down there. I thought he was like in some little bush. He still shot me, unfortunately, but... Why did I shoot that? Oh, that was a very bad shot. Yep, and the VK got me again. Alright, I do gotta be a little bit concerned. Like, if it was just a Skoda, I'm somewhat confident that I can angle correctly to bounce him, but 2 tanks, yeah. At least this was working out pretty easy, like 1,300 assists. A little bit of damage, but I pretty much just pushed the fold, and so did Master here. Everyone else just kind of filled in behind us. Most likely Friday, I'm shooting for. I still have to kind of get Ryan on board in a way, but it's looking like a Friday I'll be doing a shave-a-thon. I still need to figure out like specifics from it. Yeah, not to say she's not thrilled about it, but she kind of wants me to get, pay for someone to like style my hair. But she also kind of realizes that my hair will never have that last very long because my hair. She blames my mother because my mother's hair is, very thin, and no matter what you do to it, it just kind of flops down. But I think she's kind of on board with it. Honestly, it's probably gonna traumatize Levi. He's like, you guys just groomed me a week ago. Like, what the hell is this shit? I'm probably gonna die from this little Udez, but I'm just trying to figure out where he went. Usually I would cap, but yeah, I'm feeling like... I guess... Oh shit, I should have... Oh, I hope I still have time and he doesn't die. Kind of the wrong way for me to flip him, but I was hoping just to flip him over. I do not know about that, Mr. D. I don't think I want to know about that, though. Very nice match, though, Master. Hello, Fire Dog. Hello, Gordon. Funny seeing you here. No. Ah, that's pretty cool, Uber. How to train them. I'm sure that's probably a nice little gig in a way. Well, kind of Uber, yes. Like I want to, like the kind of the way I've got her kind of on board with it is I'm trying to figure out a way for Friday if I'm doing kind of a fun stream where if I'm playing like crap or something for tanks that you guys request, I get my hair shaved or my head shaved. I'm trying to figure out a pretty fair way to where I know not everyone can tip, to where there will be 2 different things. That way it's not just me like, oh, you gotta pay me this to do that. So no problem, Abdul. They were pretty nice matches, and I need credit, so I appreciate their requests. But yeah, I'm still figuring out the specifics for it, but I think I'm pretty close because I do have to, for my stream overlay, I gotta Photoshop some stuff and basically make a couple little things. That way I don't have to repeat things, the entire stream about why is this guy like looking like he's like a monk or something. I'm not sure if I want to stay out here. Ooh, but hide in the building. Nobody likes sandbags. Like, why is there a PZ7 out here? Yeah, I like this map, but I do not like this map in a scout tank. Abort. Holy shit, that deflected. Since we don't really have anybody out here, so if I leave this area open, it makes it pretty easy for us to get flanked. It's just, I'll say this is one of those maps where I am not good at playing in a light. See you, Matthew. Have a good night. I feel bad for you, Patriot, but I would not have helped either of us down there. Keeping an eye on this PZ. He's a little bit closer than I would like. Holy crap. Thank you very much. Oh, and the T-54 got me. Oh well. I'm trying to help our mouse there, but that wasn't exactly going as planned. Ugh. Mr. D, I'm not gonna say random words. I do not know what their meanings are. Please no, Jade. Well, I don't plan on shaving my head bald, I'll say that. You know, at the end of the day, I would look horrifying bald. Like, I'd probably have children run away from me. So, you know, there will be a point I won't go past, like, you know, just before, you know, no hair at all. I think I have a solution for that, because it is, you know, it is like a 3-hour long stream, so it could go very quickly as far as the amount of hair I have. So I want to make it so it progressively gets shorter in a way, but I think I have a way for that to happen. I always smile, so it's a good trait, but it's also a bad trait at times. You know, sometimes in like serious discussions or meetings, I'll be like smiling and stuff, and they're like, "Are you making fun of us?" Like, hello, Joel. Nice to see you. Let's see. That PZ is going to be tough to deal with unless you're kind of close up. But after this, I'll be hopping into the AC4 experimental. I got the T-54. You know, maybe I'll just get through all these requests here in one blow. You know, since they've, you know, you guys requested them a little bit ago. So AC4, T-54, T-54E1, and the WZ-120. Unfortunately, we ran into the problem of, you know, just leaving the base open with lights and stuff there. As far as shaving, yeah, it's going to be a little bit messy, yes, which is why I didn't do it this past Sunday. I didn't have time, but, you know, I don't mind vacuuming and cleaning everything up afterwards, honestly. But I'm probably going to be itchy as all hell. Holy shit, I'm surprised that they reset, because if they hid back here, they would have won. Well, it's nice for us. Hopefully they can pull it out here. It's just... that T-32 at full HP is kind of scary. Very nice. Oh, the VK is... you're gonna get flanked. It's like the Object 140 is going there because he can hit the Panzer E100. It's just, you know, you're best to ball up in these situations, because once you're out alone and you're against enemies, you know, better mobility than you. Yeah. Dreadlocks? Oh no. Oh god, he did not one shot the 140. Oh, thank you, Mr. D. I think. Well, the problem I have is yeah, we cut my hair here a few times a year because I always keep it short when I'm cooking. Problem I have is, you know, during the stream I kind of need to, in between, you know, matches, like if I cut my hair and stuff, for if I have wet hair and everything, that AC4 experimental. What's the request here? It's probably the thin possibly get. Like if it moves in any one area, it looks like I'm kind of, not say bald in a way, but Killer Slow Man. You're an asshole, but I'll give you originality for not just using words like that. Thank you very much, Uber. Yeah, I'm glad Fire Dog got us a win there. I'll just head this way since I'm over here. There's no Artie, but if there was Artie, I probably would go to the other side. It's T60. We both have 3 T67s. Usually platoons of T67s mean those people are just going to sit in the back and chuck gold rounds at you the whole time. Hello, I think. Roguski? Hopefully that is not a curse word. That looks like it could be swine. Pig? Something. But hello, I think. I don't know. Okay, could you please shoot? Thank you. Alright, so we already lost 2 tanks. That's excellent. I'm getting to that next week, Joel. I gotta get myself back into waking up at like 4 a.m. It's like my, you know, the stream schedule here, it's gonna stay the same for the next week or two. Then I'm gonna have to switch it up a little bit here or there. Actually, hopefully I don't die here. But we kind of need a spotter since our spotter died. So usually you can get through here somewhat safe enough. Usually. It's just these damn T67s are gonna chew me a new one, I think. I got shot there. Why don't I go back to the same exact spot? Alright. Let's hope they go after that guy instead of push head on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not exactly, you know, like going bald or anything. It's just my hair looks looks like I'm going bald since I've been like, you know, say 16, 18, whatever. Alright, I very much want to take these guys out, but we're gonna run into a problem where Alright, he's fortunately getting us to a spot where we can shoot him again. It's just it's going to be more effective for me to focus on the guys closer to me. It's just if they focus... Oh, I'm doing a very bad job leading here. If they start shooting my backside, that's no bueno for me. Here we go. But I like the AC4 experimental. I know some people might complain about it. But I think it's a pretty damn good premium. Yep, there's that AMX behind us. You were starting to bug me. Fortunately for us, we don't have a cap to defend, but 2 more shots and I'm dead. Sorry there, Master. I was a little bit late on whipping around to shoot at him. Alright, T-67, I would like to make sure that you die. I don't think I'll be able to get up there in time now. Yeah, I know a lot of people liked him, you know, as an actor. Yeah, like I think it's a good premium, especially if you like stuff like the Firefly. It's just being tier 6 sometimes, you know, it doesn't always make sense to play over your tier 8s, like just as far as like credits and stuff go. Maybe he is over there. Shit. Sneaky. Not exactly gonna survive this, but nonetheless, give him props for getting over there. I don't know what you're trying to say there, Mr. D. But at least we got a pretty nice win here. Mastery badge for his class. Actually my best match. Yep, best match in that. Very nice job, Fire Dog and Master. We did a pretty good job on that flank. So next up I have is the T-54. T-54E, or not T-54E1, but this is T-54E1 is next after the T-54 here. And then I have the WZ-120. But I should have time to get a couple more tanks I need to grind here. So I have enough, I actually have enough credits to buy the VK101P. I've just kind of holding off on it because I'd like to be able to pick up like the E50, the RU-251 first since I have to grind them. But I'm hoping I can get those grinds done fairly quickly, but yeah. Yeah. I would say it's more TD-esque than medium, yeah. It's almost like a lower alpha, say like Jackson. I think, yeah, Jackson, or I wouldn't say Hellcat, but yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Alright, I'm kind of waiting for my brother to be like, hey, I need you to come over, stuff like that. Because if I can stream longer, I will. It's just, I just know I promised him I'd help him. Mr. D, like, you know, I can't read Russian. You know, I can't translate everything, especially, you know, if you, yeah. It's like I can pop it in the translator, but it does take a little bit of time. Yeah, you know, that's unfortunately what they're, you know, they got to do at this stage in the game. They put most things in a premium shop since a lot of people get so much free gold from other avenues like clan wars and tournaments that they don't make money if they put them in the purchasable from the garage. They have a lot of tank destroyers. It kind of scares me poking out anywhere. Yeah, like I haven't gone down that Russian medium line because it is a little difficult. It looks like to play. All right, but I'm kind of hoping I get some shots here. Not that this tank's the best at fighting at range. But ST1 has kind of committed now to the Tiger P, so I should have probably stayed over there. This is gonna be hard for us. Ooh, he's a stock ST1. That helps out a little bit. Both for me and the Tiger P here. Yes, I'm throwing heat shells. I would like to win. It's just, you know, we're kind of evenly matched here. Nah, I should not have taken that shot. Okay. Actually, more looking forward to hitting that IS than I am to ST1. If I can be honest. Do I feel a little guilty right now? Yes. But not guilty enough not to keep shooting heat at this guy. Alright, time to pop things open here, hopefully. If he had to upgrade a gun, I would not have done that. Oopsie daisy. I screwed that up. I know there's a SU-101 out there. Oh god. Obviously I cannot drive right now. Go figure, he can still shoot me without getting spotted. That's annoying. Please stop doing it. Kinda hoping he gets out from cover. Doesn't look like he will, though. Pretty nice game by all three of us, though. Oh, there he is. Very nice job. I know, Mr. D. I know you English probably isn't your first language, but pretty decent match. You know, we pretty much did our job here. You know, luckily, if that ST1 was fully upgraded, I probably would have been in a little bit of trouble there. But we got the T-54E1, WZ-120. British TDs. I have the AT-15A, AT-2, the Tortoise, and the 183. That's as far as it's like I do have in the video description below a full list of tanks that you can request. There's a URL that links to my tank request list. But yeah, the Russian mediums they're kind of strange with how they play. The ones with the rear turrets, but if you get them down pat, especially their armor at times, if you're not facing something that's pointing down at you, or they get to your sides or rear, they can be pretty damn frustrating to face. But the rear turret does make it extremely hard. I don't know exactly where I want to head, honestly. We're kind of at a disadvantage up here, but I almost feel inclined to head up here, just because I don't think I'm gonna be needed over there. Oopsie daisy. I'm definitely not heading that way. I'm gonna load APCR up though, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need it to hit these shots. Yeah, the AT line for the British, they are pretty damn slow. But, I think they're decent. They're just, unfortunately, very... You know, they have low alpha, most of them, at the mid-tiers, until you get to the AT-15, I believe. So it can be hard to be, you know, effective at that slow... You know, it's not the best role to have, like a slow, long-range, armored tank destroyer. There's a reason why there aren't a lot of them. I don't want to push out here because these T-49s are probably going to die pretty quickly. But I also don't want to leave this side completely open because it could turn very bad very quickly for us. But I guess I'm just going to head over here for now until I have to come back. Everyone's just pretty much waiting for him. And of course I always forget to shoot at that spot. That VK is like, how about new? Kind of waiting for him to fire again, but if this VK is going to push up, god damn you T-49. Here he comes. Unfortunately, I kind of wasted my shots here. I probably should have just pushed up with them, honestly, in the beginning, but a little too late. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Sorry, Mr. Object. I may or may not have used you as a shield. Ooh, that was loud. I'll have to answer that after the battle, Floyd. I know what you're asking. Thank you. Whoops, I would like to get out of here now. Please. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be that far up. I thought it was worth it to get the Type 61 down, but I know it was definitely cutting it close. PZ4, you couldn't have taken a shot at him? Yep. He's dead now, but oh well. Unfortunately, now we're starting to fall apart. But we might have this. It's just, you know, all their tanks over here were low HP and we couldn't get them out. So. Joel, I would say the best place maybe to ask for that is the Discord. You know, not everyone in our clan here, you know, is on watching right now. Basically, if you're asking retraining, you know, some perks will say it only comes into effect when they're at 100%, while others start working, you know, say at 5%, 20%, like repair, camouflage, the fire skill perk, situational awareness, stuff like that. Whereas like Brothers in Arms only works at 100% for all crew members, and if one's missing it, or say one's at 70 and the rest are 100, it doesn't work. Um, if you're talking about retraining, what a lot of people do is, you know, for their first perk, I don't always do it because I don't get enough matches in a tank, you know, to where the penalty that you get for resetting without gold, it's a lot of experience for me to lose. So oftentimes I just pick Brothers in Arms and ride it out till I get it to 100%. But oftentimes what a lot of people do is pick, say, Repair as their first crew skill. Get that to 100, and then more or less wait until your second crew skill is at, say, like 20%. And they'll then use the credit option, which is 20,000 per crew member, to reset it, and you lose 10% of your experience. But then they swap the first crew skill from Repair to Brothers in Arms, and since you had a little bit more than just one crew skill, you know, the second one at like 20%, you'll have 100% Brothers in Arms, and you can start something like Repair, situational awareness, um, like stuff like that, without, you know, having all those matches early on in your tank without any crew skills at all. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, honestly, it's been on my plate for a while to make a video kind of pinpointing and explaining that. You know, crew training video. I think World of Tanks NA actually has one like that, but I have been wanting to do it. I just haven't gotten done the things I have, you know, before that, as far as guides and articles. But okay, unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to pull this off, but leaving that side wide open usually does not work out very well. But I wasn't going up there because long reload between drums and large size, no armor, meh speed, I would have just died up there after my first clip. So next up I have the 120. Like, for example, right now I have Brothers in Arms. This doesn't work until it hits a... Let's see if I can find one. Until it hits 100%. But what some people would do, get their second crew skill. You know, this would be repair. This would be at like 20-30% with something else. And then they go in and reset them for the credit option and switch it to Brothers in Arms. That way they can get it. So I don't know what that T-57 is doing, but boy, do I need to eat something. I've only had like a juice, water, coffee this morning. I really need to eat some food. Let's see if this gathers before the match. Yeah. You know, unfortunately, you know, leaving that flank open, and they're already murdered us there. Oh God. Hopefully that guy completed a mission for that. I can't wait to eat my lunch though. I made not that it's hard to make, but I'm probably gonna pronounce it slightly incorrectly, but a spatzel. You know, basically like fried German dumplings almost. You know, you boil them, then fry them in a way, but I made some of that last night along with curried, you know, braised chicken thighs and just regular veggies. But oh, I've been waiting a little bit to be able to make that, because typically Ryan and I eat like a lot of rice and stuff. Rick? Yes, basically the way crews work in World of Tanks, unfortunately, is, you know, a crew is only trained specifically to one tank. So, say you have a crew in the... Whew, I barely snuck that in. I didn't hit him, but I didn't shoot my guy. Say it was trained in the T-54. Alright, can you guys please just let me get through here? I know I didn't pick the best spot, but yeah. You know, say it's trained in T-54, you move it to the T-62A. You can't put it back into T-54 without receiving a penalty. You could put it in, say, like a T-44-100, which is a premium Russian medium tank, without a penalty. That's one perk of premium tanks, is you don't need a crew for them. You just need a crew from the same nation and same tank class for that to work. Yeah. But, you know, unfortunately, crews are, you know, they really need to fix them. Do something like World of Warships, where it's a little bit fairer, I should say, for both ends. And a little bit easier for everyone to understand. I love this gun sometimes. Oh God. There we go. I was a little bit worried. Yeah. Yeah, I first made it, not that it's the hardest thing to make, but I first made it in culinary school. It was kind of like my go-to starch part of my dish when we're in, I think it was German, they mixed German and Italian cuisine. Or not, yeah, Italian, because French was kind of like the gold standard, like that got its own little class that you had to pass, but that hurt a little bit. I really don't want to get hit by this guy. Yeah, German and Italian cuisine, I use that as, you know, kind of like my starch on most of my dishes. Problem I have here is I got myself a little bit too far out. Ooh, I actually had a shot there. Maybe I didn't. I'm just afraid about this, which is about to go down. Why did I shoot that? I really hate freaking checked mediums. I got no gun depression, but the accuracy suffers on this just a teeny tiny bit. Not that I've exactly done very well right now. I've definitely missed a couple shots that I should have hit. At least I'll get one more shot off. Maybe two if I had gotten that, but I was just a pinch late. But, yep, not a lot of damage for the amount of shots I shot, but unfortunately I missed quite a few of them. No problem, Floyd. It's definitely not the easiest, aspect. Oh crap, their 263 just murdered us there. Let's see, I'm still grinding. I try to hop into the Emil here. I don't think there's any other. Oh, there's an E75. I'll play that after this. I'll get to the E75 up next. The coincidence, Mr. Bone. Ryan was looking at the crew works between premiums, yes. So if you have, like I was saying, say you have a T-54, T-62A, T-44 crew, you could pop that into a Russian medium premium without getting any penalties. It doesn't work the other way around. Say you have a, I don't know, say you have a Super Pershing crew, you can't take that crew and put it in your regular M26 Pershing without receiving a penalty. But it works the other way around. You can put the Pershing crew into the Super Pershing without any penalties. Hello, Russian person, Rossi? Or I don't know how to say your name, but hello. But next up, I can play the E75. But like I said, I want to like you can't like it won't switch into another tank elite without you having to retrain it. It doesn't work that way. It only works for premium tanks. Elite tanks just mean that you've unlocked everything and you're gonna get free experience, or you can hit the accelerated crew training button on it. Doesn't mean that you can not have to retrain your crew. But yeah, I really want to make a video for it. I just need to. That's a video where I haven't gotten to it yet, since it's going to require a little bit of thought from me, a little bit more than a lot of videos, because like I will have to spend some gold because I want to show like basically retraining crews that I don't need to retrain, but for a video and practical standpoint, I'll show the actual steps through it. So. Sorry, Joel. You're almost to, really it's tier 8 where a lot of requests line up. But typically, if one of you guys want to platoon who you don't have a lot of high tiers, I'll at least play like, a couple battles with you at the very least, matching, lower tier tanks. It's just can't always, play a ton of matches since it doesn't work out The T95E2, it's not the best tank statistically, but I've had fun with it so far. Basically, you know, it doesn't have great penetration, nor does it have the best armor gun depression um, compared to, you know, even just other regular American mediums. But it does have very good DPM, a very accurate gun, and pretty good shell velocity. It's, you know, it's better than I thought it would be. It doesn't make premium credits, unfortunately, but you can put crews in it like a premium tank. You just don't make, you know, the credits associated with a premium. This is like the golden shot here. Oh my god, E5, why? Why did you do that, dude? Like, I don't even know why you were pulling back. Like, I kind of get now, but... Ah, shit. Yep, I'm dead. I rethought that once I got tracked and I stayed out there. Shouldn't have done that, but... unfortunately, sometimes I don't think things through all the way. Everyone makes a mistake every now and then, unless you're, you know, one of those people that just play for your, like, win rate 8 and stuff, where you play as safe as possible and just try to get as much damage. But yeah, it's, you know, it's not just you, Floyd. A lot of people have asked me for it. I just, right now, I need to finish, you know, I spent like 3 hours on it, the T26E5 weak spot guide. I need to finish the video part of that and also the article, post that up, and then I need to finish this KV5 one I'm working on. I need to get, you know, the Photoshop side of that done for a weak spot guide, the video, the article. Then I need to update the tank guide for the KV5 as well. Basically, I need to mesh in the weak spot guide for it too. But after that, I would like to start getting a couple other little things done. But more or less what I'm doing now is I'm trying to finish, you know, here in the next week, all of the basically articles on my website that are so outdated that, you know, it's kind of embarrassing that they're up still, if that makes sense. I'm trying to do that. You know, that way, you know, especially once I go back to work, I can just kind of pick, you know, some things here or there, and it doesn't require me to go back and fix things. Yeah. But I know, you know, quite a few of you guys have asked for stuff, and like other people, I always read my emails on my website. I try to keep I try to read it as much as possible. Sometimes it takes me like a week though, because I get, outside of the spam, I get like 100 spam emails a day. It's kind of annoying. I get, you know, I get a lot of emails through there that I read them all. But more or less, you know, I'd like to be able to do more videos and stuff. It's just, you know, it's not like I'm some other like YouTubers and stuff who can devote like say 6-8 hours a day to stuff like this. Some days I don't have any time, you know, outside of, you know, I stream, but other days, even when I'm not streaming, I have no time to do stuff. But at most I get like, you know, an hour or two here or there. So I don't think Ryan nor my neighbors would appreciate, you know, say, I don't need to landscape or, you know, do any stuff outside to like my gardens and yard. Like, I don't think they'd appreciate that. So, but that's like been a big part of my time right now, since it's been so hot out here. Pretty much. Mr. Bone. But unfortunately here I made pretty bad mistake. I knew it once I got tracked, especially moving into a back chat where he could track me again. Surprisingly though, they're still in this. It's still a long shot, but they are very much in this still. You know, if they can get these two guys out without, like, the IS-3 is going a little bit too far out there. And this Kronwagen is taking a long route, but that E100 could be trying to flank. You can do it. Oh my god, he shot him in the turret. Or he just missed, but that looked like he shot him in the turret. You know, aim there specifically, but come on, Fire Dog, you got this again for us. Yeah, like Rick, in that sense, like if you have a T-14 and you have a crew dedicated for it, like they're actually T-14 crew members, you're better off taking them out of it and say training them, you know, for your T-29 if you haven't already, or wait for the T-32 after it. That way you can just pop, you know, your T-29, T-34, pretty much M6, T1 heavy, pretty much any heavy tank into that T-14 without needing a crew for it. I'm surprised he. I was gonna say that he should just. He wouldn't be able to reset the cap, honestly. As long as they can get through. It did kind of, Joel, but you know, not to say I don't appreciate you showing the stats, but honestly, people are, you know, if they want to see the stats, they can look at them somewhere else. That's a little bit easier for them to read them. You know, it's like I can just link a post to all of the light tanks. For anybody who's interested, you can just go to that link there, and that has all the tier 10 light tank stats. It's actually not easier for you guys to kill him, to be honest, because if he comes down to you to reset you, which, you know, the simp player here, Kronwagen, he's a very good player, but I don't get why he isn't trying to go. Even though I guess that makes sense right now, but he's, oh, dude, you're giving him a the E100 fortunately did not shoot him, but yeah. It's just you're giving him a chance, you know, but they still got this as long as they don't do something stupid and get off the cap. Which I don't think you would do that, Fire Dog. Sometimes some other players, though, they want all the damage. Very nice job, though. But fortunately, you got a nice little win there. Get out of my way. Here we go. Yeah, Fire Dog, you can just carry us. It's all right. Very nice match. So I don't think I have. Yeah, I didn't have other requests except for the E75. Let's get down to that little guy. Oh, hey dog. What you doing? Come here. Hey. Oh, I know. He's like, I know it's towards the end of the stream here. It is birthday for Levi. We have to give him We have to give him baths every 5 days because he has a skin condition. You want to sit? Give me your paw. Other one. Here you go. It's probably like, I go take him to bed. Or not. He has so many little toys, we kind of have to hide him at times. Or else our house looks like there's a toddler. Which he kind of is, I guess. Oh, God. It's just a little hard with how I have my microphone. And... Hey. Here you go. Here's your little pizza slice. I can play the AMX ELC, yeah. I can do that, Adam. Hi. We had to buy him a pizza slice because this dog, yeah, he's allergic to gluten. Let's see, pepperoni, pretty much everything on the pizza except for the cheese. But his previous caretakers, owners, whatever you want to call them, would feed him all the pizza crusts because they did not eat pizza crust. So he kind of has like an addiction to it whenever we eat pizza. Feel bad for him because he really wants it, but at the same time, we're just gonna buy him. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I touch your ear? Part of the bathing ritual, I guess, or schedule is Springer Spaniels have really bad problems with their ears. We have to, basically the stuff we bathe them in kills any yeast and helps his skin and everything, or else he gets not to say gross, but gross. Well, he has a bunch of little hedgehogs. That's what they were. And then, he's a pizza slice. He has a little lamb he likes to carry around. We just pick up little things here or there. He kind of treats them like they're his little pets in a way. He brings them outside and kind of sits them there and runs around with them. It's kind of funny. But we have to keep it at a minimum or maximum, I should say, of 6 to 8 out at a time, because my parents and other people buy him one here or there, and he probably has about 30 little dog animals or little dog toys, I should say, give or take. Whew, that could hurt. He actually has large ones too, the size of say a 5-year-old, like the large children's stuffed animals like Pooh Bear and stuff that he likes to fight with. Unfortunately, I do not speak Russian, but hello, person with a very long name. Hopefully you're not just someone who's spamming, but I don't think you are. I could not pass up that side shot. T49, you want to go right up there for us, don't you? Their 260 has moved. That helps us out a bit. Whew. That makes things... Oh god, there's ISU, my arch nemesis. Yep. I was trying my best to try to dodge it. I think the mouse will be fine without me. I'm gonna head to the center here. He just got whacked by something arty. I'm just afraid if we all go up there, this ST1 is gonna basically fire at us unopposed. See ya, Mojo. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a good day. He kind of gave up now. He's grooming himself. He thinks he's a cat. But it's just kind of one of the things. He spent all these years kind of like chewing at his... when we got him, he didn't have like half of his hair. Because, yeah, he was eating stuff he was allergic to. I guess it's just kind of one of those things that stick with you. Help me. Honestly, even though I'm gonna die here, at least I'm getting these two guys out from doing something a little bit more worthwhile. Ah, God, they took my loader out. I don't care, you guys can kill me. I was trying to ram there to get a little bit of damage out of it, but I was hoping that, you know, they'd be able to... I don't know how this side ended up dying, but yeah. Thank you, Mojo. Oh, thank you very much for banning him. I'm actually gonna permanently ban him for that. Thank you very much. Yep, thanks for the fights, Master. See you around. Hopefully we can get another fire dog carry here. I have no more coffee. Yeah, Mojo timed him out, and then I just banned him. People that, you know, they're just advertisers. More or less, it's bots in a way. Yeah, we just ban them outright. Alright, so after this, I'll play the AMX ELC, and then I might have time for maybe one more fight after that in a tank I'm grinding. And then I gotta, yeah, end the stream here. I'd like to at least, you know, eat something before, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be moving furniture for about, say, maybe like 2 or 3 hours today. So it's a pretty big store. Can't exactly do that on a empty stomach. I just noticed that Anfield is on our team. I hate that guy. He's probably streaming right now too and cursing at everyone for like, screw this person, he died, and premium ammo, and bitching and complaining. But we still got a small little chance here. Thank you very much, Faber and Pyatrek, for the subscription. That's currently what they're going with, Joel, yes. It's not set in stone, but that's what they're playing with right now to make it balanced without the ±3 matchmaking. It's one of those things where, do I think that they should do it? Probably not, because a lot of people like it for its gun, but I almost feel like, you know, if they kept it with the new matchmaking for lights, so standard matchmaking, they would have to nerf the gun past what would be enjoyable. So, very nice match though, Fire Dog. So we got the AMX here. I am very bad in this Hank. But what I assume that they're going to be doing is if they go through with the change, they are going to basically change the name of the tank. They might possibly even, you know, make this tank in the future, I hate to say it, a premium, kind of like the Lorraine 40T that they're doing now. They might do that. Maybe it'll show up again as like a tier 6 premium, something like that. Or what some people have suggested is, you know, there theoretically is enough for a very lightly armored, fast tank destroyer line for French tanks. Not exactly sure how it would go up to tier 10, but I know that there are quite a few like AMX ELC, right, tanks that would work for tank destroyers. Because basically with the 90mm right here, even the 75mm, the way that this tank is set up for what I've read about is it doesn't turn all the way because basically the gunner or the commander or whatever has to turn with the turret. So that's why they can't turn all the way, because you're going to break the dude's spine. But I'm pretty sure there were some AMX projects like this that do have a turret that's fully functional. I'm just, you know, I'm not always the best person to ask about historically accurate stuff. That's decent, Mr. D. If you say you soaked up that much damage, or even caused it, that's pretty damn good for the IS-7. Please don't hit me, guys. I always get shot coming up here. Just trying to get some spots. Fortunately, the gun depression on this is very lacking. Oopsie daisy. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't see me, but I don't know why I thought that that was gonna happen. Hummel, please won't be aiming up here. Alright, the Type 64. Thought he was coming up my way, but he's not. Uh-oh. I got Fire Dog. Of course I hit him on the mantlet. I'm trying to help you, Mr. Super Persian. Like I said, I am very bad at this tank. I don't drive it nearly as much as some people. So me functioning with actually driving this tank in the turret, especially as I'm... he's gonna get pushed off. Will he die before he falls off of the cliff? I'm sorry, Super Pershing. I know you really wanted to do that, but I'm greedy. I'll give you props on originality, though. Oh. That's a potential. Unless that's true, that would actually be really, really funny. Granted, he was on our team. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him. I don't get how some people can play the game and stream that much and be that hateful about the game. There we go. Finally a nice little hit. Honestly, I don't care if Artie hits me at this point because we've kind of lost. I was definitely cutting it close there. Yep, and he killed me. Oh well. Holy shit, that guy's firing all APCR out of that thing. Yeah. Thank you, Jonas, for the subscription. But, yeah, unfortunately, a loss. But almost all that damage I did was pretty much useless. I will say that. I didn't exactly help my team out very much. I don't know why I go up there anymore, to be honest. But yeah, this is probably going to be the last one for me here. I will agree the mountain climb, excuse me, is a little stupid. You know, some people are like that, Joel. I've come across a few of them. Honestly, that's why they should take the whole XVM and stat mods out of the game. I think I've said before, though, for the most part, I treat almost every player I come across as I expect them to land, you know, like the best shot or whatever on me. I need to decide where I want to head here. If I get someone to push out and spot for me, I'll head on this side. But otherwise I might end up on the hill area. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of damage for us to get here. It is gonna... we got a lot of people. I'm just not sure if we're gonna get spots. That's my problem. But this is the side I do want to go to. It's just... yeah. 40,000 experience, I would guess. I'd have it by now if I didn't get this top gun on the Panther 2. But if I was going to grind it anymore, I was going to get this damn gun. Because, you know, we can't let him... Oh, God. Made sure he didn't come back into zombie, but... that'll never happen, Joel. It also wouldn't happen either because XVM Winter at 8 isn't actually wargaming. I think that's the day when a lot of people would, not to say quit World of Tanks, but I think that would be bad. I'm fine with, you know, if you want like skill-based matchmaking and stuff, go play Strongholds, Clan Wars and stuff, tournaments, what have you. I really need a little AMX 12T in front of me here. Don't really have time to bounce off of him. There we go. Yeah, they'll never implement skill-based matchmaking in random battles. But from having played before XVM became a thing, the game was very, I wouldn't say polite and friendly, because every online multiplayer game has trolls and somewhat of negativity associated with it, but it was at least civil, I would say. You still had the crazy ass people that would, after battles, if you like did something they didn't agree with, go to your profile on the World of Tanks website and look up your stats, and then, or even in the garage, and bash the hell out of you through messages. But you know, that was few and far between compared to what currently goes on. I would like 2 more degrees of gun depression wargaming. Not asking for a lot, just 2. But with the matchmaking update that's in the pipeline, once Light's release, with teams being a little bit more mirrored without being identical, because that would be boring. That'll fix a lot of people's problems, I feel like. I shouldn't have stayed out there. I knew he was aiming at me. But at least we're going to get a nice little win here for my last battle. But I should have the, I was hoping, like tonight, you might see me pop on for, I was explaining earlier in the stream, I need to play 250 battles on the EU server, because they changed some forum rules. I post stuff for WoT Guru in the stream in the new player section. Like, I have a sticky post over there. They changed the new player section from 0 posts to be able to post on the forum to 250. So now I got to play 250 battles. Yay. With, ping over 100 milliseconds. But, I was just going to do it solo and, not stream it. But a couple of you said it might be fun to watch. So I might just be streaming a bunch of low tier battles, either tonight or maybe part of tomorrow. I'm not happy about having to do it because I'd rather spend the time doing, my account here or pretty much anything else. But don't be surprised if you see me over on the EU server playing some, because right now I have 0 battles over there. I thought I had some, but I guess I was mistaken. I'm going to try to do it tonight. Basically, it comes down to depending on when Ryan goes to bed and if I feel like staying up. I won't stream, if she's home and it's not like a scheduled stream. Don't need to get her angry. Or not angry, but, I just feel bad. Thank you for the subscription of Fufu? Le Motard. But, that literally sounds like me at times. And the Scorpion. The gun. For some reason, that accurate gun just does not work for me. Whoops. Yeah, thank you very much, Firedog and also Master for platooning today. It was a very good time. Yeah, my EU account is the same, so all my names across all the servers are the same. Except for Russia, I don't have an account over there. So if you see a C Menz over there, stay away from him. He's probably a creep. Yeah. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. I'm glad I could get some grinds done here. It's like for the E50, I'm fairly close. Thought it was a little bit less, but I'm about 50k for this. For the Indian Panther, I got a ways to go, but my next close one up is the SP1C, being finished that for the RU. I'm pretty close to getting that done. But yeah, my ping basically to EU. Like my ping here is it's 69. When I logged on, it was down into the 30s. Honestly, my ping is better than the US West on EU. It sat around 100 to 120, but closer to 100 to EU, the EU server. The other, whatever, EU2 or something was at like almost 200-ish. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. At the very minimal, like I should be popping on, for some low tiers at some point tonight or tomorrow. Friday is going to be a pretty fun stream, hopefully. I'm going to do somewhat of like a shave-a-thon. So, it might be pretty fun to stop by or at least watch. So, I'll see you guys, at least by Friday. But most likely I'll pop on tonight for like an hour or two or something like that. But have a good day, have a good night, and hopefully matchmaking is kind to you. See ya.